Hello, 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 beautiful people. I am so excited today. I literally have one of my favorite chefs, and let me be clear, I only have two favorite chefs, have one of my favorite chefs in the studio with me today. So listen, I made 2 phone calls every single morning those 35 days while I was in Alaska. The first call was to my mother, and at 5 a.m. Alaska time and 9 a.m. Houston time, I made a call to Bayou City Eats food truck chef Mike Green because, hey, I needed to know how to win the great food truck race. Well, I guess it worked. So ladies and gents, stay tuned because coming up next, I have Mike Green. He's like a brother to me, and we're about to have a lot of fun while I taste and talk this Tuesday. See you in just a second.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
Most multivitamins have ignored the health and nutritional differences of African Americans. What we require is a multivitamin designed to best suit our needs.
After years of treating patients and fighting health disparities, Dr. Greg Hall, physician, researcher, and educator, created a formula of multivitamins specifically designed for African American men, women, and adults over 50. Sequence Vitamins, because our needs are different. Available at sequencevitamin.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Welcome back, everyone. So like I said, I call this one chef every single morning while in Alaska. He gets on my nerves a lot, but guess what? He is good at what he does. Mike Green, come on over here.
Hey,
good morning, my dear.
Hey, good morning. How are you this morning?
Don't give me that fake voice. Don't give me that fake voice. That's the fake voice.
Okay, that's the TV.
All right, Mike. So people can't see this. So I want to make sure that they get a really good angle. Tell me about this dish.
That is shrimp and grits. We have Cajun gravy on top of those grits. The grits are an herb cheese grits. And these won Best Bites at the rodeo, Houston Rodeo 2019.
Those are like prawns, Mike. Are those shrimp? Seriously? They're huge.
Those are colossal shrimp.
Colossal shrimp?
Yes.
Okay, because I was going to say, these. Some people try to give you those.
I typically don't do that for everybody, but.
Oh, you did it for me?
Just for you. Since I knew I was going to be here this morning, I knew you would want something special. Okay,
so you said you won this at the Roundup Best Bites?
Yes.
When we had the rodeo in 2019.
Houston Rodeo
2019. When we had it.
And unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to defend our title in 2020 because of COVID, but.
Are you going to defend this year?
No, I will not be competing this year.
Why? Okay, I'm not gonna fuss. All right, I'm not gonna fuss because let's be clear. I was out there. I was on it. I was not on the truck doing anything, but I was out there because of that. I think that's helped me win the Great Food Truck Race because you gave me a chance to interact with the crowd and you had to vote to put the marbles in.
Well, you're good with people anyway.
Oh,
But
you giving me a compliment. How dare you? Thank you. Let's see if I'm going to give you one. Okay, so what's in here? So we have the colossal shrimp.
we have colossal shrimp. We have andouille
Show everybody
sausage.
again.
We have the Cajun gravy, as well as the herb cheese grits underneath.
Mike, what makes I'm going to try it, but tell me, what makes the gravy Cajun?
We have a little bit of cayenne in there. We also have some of the Trinity that goes into what I guess your typical gumbo or roux. We have garlic, onions, a little paprika.
Okay. So it's a thick sauce. I can look at it and say, all right, so I had to have a big spoon so I can get my colossal shrimp. Okay, let's see. I guess you can cook.
I was going to say you had a little right there.
It's good. If I have some on the side, that means, Mike, what's in these grits?
We have herbs. We have salt, pepper, a little onion powder, a little garlic powder, chives, as well as cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese. I was going to say something. So, you know, I'm from Dallas, and you know I grew up, how did I tell you I grew up eating grits? Butter and sugar.
Unfortunately, with butter and sugar, but
unfortunately,
yeah, we're a little bit further down south, so we don't do the.
I wouldn't do it like that with this
sugar and the kid stuff that y'all put on it in
the
Dallas.
kid stuff.
Yeah.
Someone called me a Yankee one time
because you're almost north enough to do it in Dallas. Yeah.
Whatever. So this is my real question for you. So with the sausage. Why andouille sausage? What is it about that sausage?
That's also a Cajun influence. You're going to get a little bit of that Cajun spice, and it's another layer of flavors that I typically like to use and do. Everything needs a layer. The grits need a layer. The gravy needs a layer. The shrimp, it adds a layer.
Wait, define that for people like me. What's a layer though?
Just layers of flavor.
Okay.
Each item has to have its own standalone flavor. So if you ate that alone, you would enjoy it alone.
Okay.
So if you ate those grits alone, you'd enjoy those grits.
But see, I always thought, Mike, that if you did that, you give it too much flavor. No?
You can never have enough flavor.
You can never have enough flavor?
Not in my book.
Not in your book?
Yeah.
I always thought, like, okay, don't put too much on that, because then that's going to, outdo this one. No? That's not a thing?
You may want to ease up on maybe sodium or salt. But as far as flavors go, to me, the more complex, the more layers you get, you're going to make people say, what is that? Why does that taste this way?
Because if I tell you what I'm tasting right now, and I know you said it, for me, I can never really taste paprika. Like a little bit, it's more for color, right?
Yeah, more for
even
color.
Smoked, huh?
Yeah, smoked paprika.
But I feel like I taste a little cayenne. I taste something peppery.
There is cayenne.
Okay, I was gonna say, because it's leaving, and I like heat. It's leaving a little bit of heat in my mouth. All right, let's talk about your background. So I know you went to culinary school.
Yeah.
But when did you first fall in love with cooking?
Oh, this had to be, years ago. A small kid. When we say years ago, man.
Kind of old there.
Yeah. Yeah, 50 plus years ago, just being around my mom in the kitchen. My mom was from East Texas.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay, Nacogdoches. Yeah. That's right. That's where I went to school.
And man, my mom cooked all the time. Whenever anyone would come to the house, she would, hey, do you want something to eat? Do you need? And this could be any time of the day. My mom was always ready to cook, and it was just being around her, seeing her, how much she pretty much enjoyed people enjoying her food. I just got a joy out of seeing that, and that kind of developed in me later on.
So that's what gave you this. That's what helped you win this. Yeah. Everything. So you come. Okay. So favorite thing to cook when you first started learning to cook? I know your favorite things to say is you can't mess up breakfast. That's your favorite thing to say.
Well, breakfast is typically my favorite, but one of the first dishes I ever remember making, it was for a girlfriend years and years ago.
Ah, what was it?
I wanted to impress her. And
what you try?
It was pork chops with some type of rice, if I remember.
Some type of rice?
It was rice. Pork chops and rice were like...
Was it rice pilaf out the box?
I have never in my life tried to impress anyone with something out of the box.
Okay. All right. Did it work? Did the impression work?
Well, she was my girlfriend for a few years.
Okay, so I guess it worked a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Okay, now, you have owned a food truck, or you just sold your food truck. You had a food truck for...
5 years.
5 years?
A little over 5 years.
Okay, so tips for food truck owners.
Oh, wow.
The biggest tip, the number one tip in Houston, because let's be clear.
I would say the number one tip, definitely do your homework.
Do your homework. Okay, but what does that define that, Mike?
Homework is going to, whatever you think your homework is, find out everything that you think you could find out about the food truck business, running a food truck, your permitting, just the whole A to Z of what you think you need to know about a food truck. You need to do that homework ahead of time.
Yeah.
Talk to other food truck owners, possibly even work a shift or two.
Work on a food truck,
food truck to see what it's like and see if it was something that you would enjoy doing or even want to, venture into, because it's a lot of hard work. It's not
That's the
easy.
thing, Mike. So, okay, so you had a chance. So this is the beautiful thing about calling you every morning when I was in Alaska, even though I was pooped every morning at 5 a.m.
Right.
But calling you, we had to, you were able to help me with the differences between food truck culture in Houston versus Alaska. In Houston, you have to deal with the heat.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's 100 degrees outside, what is that on a food truck?
Oh, well, we have typically worked inside that food truck. We would put a thermometer in the air, and it would sometimes read middle of summer in Houston, 115, 120 degrees.
My point exactly.
Yeah.
So here I am calling you in Alaska. Instead of that issue, I have, okay, Michael, we bought with these ingredients, but they're all frozen. So what do we do now? And now the water's frozen. But no, because everybody thinks that having a food truck is so easy. They think it's easier than a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
And it is not.
Yeah, every day, as you did up in Alaska, every day presented a different challenge.
Every single.
You could have an equipment issue one day. You may have a refrigeration issue one day. It's always something different. You have to be flexible. And as I mentioned, you have to be willing to put in a lot of hard work.
So I know, because with you being having a culinary background, going to culinary school, big difference between food truck and working in a brick and mortar. What would you say?
Oh, you just talked about it, the heat.
The heat, right? Fair enough.
But yeah,
you're so much more comfortable when you're in the cool.
Yeah, but the main thing is you're limited on a food truck as far as your resources as to how much you can put in the refrigerator.
Good point.
Because what you run into a lot of if you have a busy day.
You run out.
You have to run out. You run out.
We saw that. Okay, hold that thought. We have to take a really quick break. Okay, guys. So I am here with one of my favorite chefs. Even though he gets on my nerves like a big brother to me, we're going to be right back with his next dish. See you in just a second.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
Most multivitamins have ignored the health and nutritional differences of African Americans. What we require is a multivitamin designed to best suit our needs.
After years of treating patients and fighting health disparities, Dr. Greg Hall, physician, researcher, and educator, created a formula of multivitamins specifically designed for African American men, women, and adults over 50. Sequence Vitamins, because our needs are different. Available at sequencevitamin.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to-your-door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. I am still in the studio with the amazing chef, Mike Green. All right, he has brought some more deliciousness into the studio. All right, Mike, so I always try to guess what I'm eating. I see a poached egg. I'm eating some type of Benedict.
Yes.
Okay.
And as we talked about, I love to cook breakfast, and this is a play on a little brunch item. Was typically an egg Benedict.
Okay.
But this is an oysters Benedict.
An oysters Benedict. Okay, and you fried the oyster, right?
Fried oysters on top of a sweet potato biscuit.
Ooh.
As you see, the poached egg, and then a Creole sauce on top.
Okay, tell me this real quick. Why a sweet potato biscuit? And how the heck do you make a sweet potato biscuit?
Well, you make it with sweet potatoes.
I mean,
you would add sweet potato, like a sweet potato puree.
It's so cute. I don't want to mess it up.
To a regular biscuit. You kind of incorporate that.
Okay.
Roll it out as you would a typical biscuit, a homemade biscuit, and there you have it.
Mike, you might know what you're doing in the kitchen. All right, let's see. Hold on, I got to try this. I'm trying to get a little egg without getting too much egg. Uh-oh. And I want the biscuit because I like bread. Let's see. Very good flavor combination. Because I'm a sweet and savory.
Okay.
So that biscuit,
right,
it gives me what I need.
Right.
Because whenever I love crab cake Benedict. Whenever I have that, I have to always have a mimosa to give me that sweetness that I'm looking for. This is all right, Mike.
Yeah, the biscuit pretty much accomplishes the sweet, and you get the savory from.
But it's not too sweet. Right. It's like sweet potato sweet.
Yeah, you get the savory from the Creole sauce and Creole hollandaise and the crawfish on top.
Talk to me about this. I'm always interested. So you went to culinary school. What year?
Oh, 99, 2000, Art Institute of Houston.
Okay. How do you come up with stuff like this? Like, what is in your mind?
I heard a chef say once before that he's not an inventor, he's a concoctor.
Ooh.
Basically, I see different things and it kind of motivates me.
Okay.
And I maybe concoct and do different ideas that kind of make them my own. And that's how that works. And one other thing that's about being a chef, it also says learn something new about your craft every day.
So what have you learned new recently? Ooh, tell me.
Wow, what have I learned new recently? Probably probably just be yourself.
Be yourself.
For one, be true to what you do and what you put on a plate. And man, one of the new dishes I've learned is also a play on a Benedict. Is a pulled pork Benedict.
That doesn't sound appetizing, but is it good? Have you tried it already?
Have not tried it yet. We're going to see how it works out.
All right, let me know because I guess for me, I like the crab cake, but I didn't get enough oyster though. Let me dig back in here. Mike, so oysters. Talk to me about it. I usually eat them charbroiled.
Right.
That's it. I'm going to bite into this. Are we still doing layers like we did in the first dish?
Another layer of flavor.
Mussels? Could mussels go there? Or no?
No mussels there. I wouldn't try mussels there because you won't want to deep fry them. You're gonna the texture will become rubbery. If you probably wanted to deep fry a mussel, oysters typically you're gonna cook them a minute or two at the most, and that's where they're gonna keep the texture that you would want to have and not become chewy or rubbery. So yeah, that's we wouldn't want to try mussels with that dish.
Okay.
Me personally, I would not.
Got it. So let me ask you this, Mike. So I know you personally, and I know that you're a fan of the Texans. How are you doing this season?
I'm doing great. The Texans are hard.
All right. So, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not a delusional one. But, let's just say if there's a miracle that happens and the Texans have, you guys go to the playoffs. And if you could cook one winning dish for the Texans, what would it be?
One winning dish for the Texans.
Wow. They need some inspiration. What would you fill their bellies with?
I'll go with one of the dishes that I won Tailgate of the Year with 2014 with the Texans.
What was that?
That was my chicken and waffles.
Okay. But everybody makes chicken and waffles, so what's different about yours?
My chicken and waffles, I consider my waffles of in ultimate greatness.
Why is it an ultimate greatness? Tell me why. Sell me on it.
You didn't let me bring one. But, you would have found out for yourself, but yeah.
That's what you would give them?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
kind of a signature dish of mine. I like brunch. I like breakfast, and it would be something breakfasty.
Okay. I think you can win with that.
Yeah.
What would you cook for the Cowboys?
Oh, man, you really don't want to know.
I knew I was going to get that from you. I had to ruffle your feathers just a little bit.
I probably wouldn't cook anything for
you
the Cowboys.
You wouldn't cook anything?
They wouldn't like it.
Wow. Anyway, let's move forward. Okay, so really quickly, I want to go back to this really quick. The roundup and the best bites. And you said that you won 2019. You guys, I was there helping. What am I talking about? But you did all the work.
Right.
You did all the cooking. I was outside the truck trying to get people to vote. What would you do differently if invited back?
Oh, wow. We competed 3 different years, or maybe 2. I know we didn't win the first year, but what you want to do in that competition, keep it simple. And that's what we did. We just went with something that we knew. I think the first year we did go with something that we knew, but when a competition, you also have to consider the judges. You also have to consider.
So let's talk about that. Dive deep into that. I knew you were going to say that. Great. So okay, that's great, because what you cook for one audience may not be great for the other audience. So what do? Do you study your audience?
Well, you don't necessarily study your audience. What I was saying, for as the judges go, your dish may not hold up over a course of time by the time it gets to the judges. I mean, we take to the judges, 30 minutes, an hour ahead of time. It has to either be held a certain way, doesn't need to be served hot, doesn't need to be served cold, doesn't need to be served room temperature. You have to consider, is that dish going to hold up through the wait before it gets to the judges, and will it hold the same flavor and integrity of the dish?
How the heck do you know if it will hold the same flavor? How do you know these things?
Well, you have to take a chance with it. I mean, because I think something like the shrimp and grits, I think it holds up very well for us over a course of time.
Okay, let's talk about grits. Okay, so remember me calling you in Alaska? And I said, the judge said that, now mind you, I didn't cook, right? I had never even heard of polenta before that day. And they complained about our grits. They said our grits were mushy.
Didn't cook for those people.
Whatever. But they said our grits were mushy.
Right.
Aren't grits supposed to be mushy?
In my culinary history, and that goes all the way back as far as I've ever been alive, I've never seen grits any
not
other
mushy,
way other than soft.
It was so funny, and my teammate was like, "Well, what do they want? Do they want polenta from us?" I was like, "I don't know what polenta is."
Well, polenta is a play on grits. I mean, it's pretty much a similar dish, but it would be served the same way.
Okay.
So I'm not really sure what they were looking for there, but the only thing you could do with a grit, and we've done this on the food truck before, is we've done them in a grit cake.
Okay, what's a grit cake?
We basically make the grits as normal, let them set up, cut them out in either strips or either circles, and we flour them and deep fry them.
Okay.
And then we get them a golden brown, and that's going to give them the crunch on top of it, possibly.
It won't be mushy anymore.
Yeah, but they will be soft inside.
Right, be soft inside. Yeah. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's do the final debate. What's wrong with you with grits and sugar, dear?
One, I've never had it, and it just seems
you haven't even had it, and you talk trash about it?
It seems like a horrible combination to me.
But you've never even had it. You just told me, as a creative culinary expert, you have to take a chance.
Well, I won't take a chance on it.
So this is what we're going to do. Next time I have you on the show, we're going to have you do a taste test with some grits, with some salt and pepper, and with some sugar and butter.
Salt and pepper wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot learn anything from Mike Green. No, I'm joking. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. Thank you for allowing me to honor you, for letting me call you every morning at 5 a.m. when I was in Alaska. All right, guys, I'm going to be right back right after this break.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
Most multivitamins have ignored the health and nutritional differences of African Americans. What we require is a multivitamin designed to best suit our needs.
After years of treating patients and fighting health disparities, Dr. Greg Hall, physician, researcher, and educator, created a formula of multivitamins specifically designed for African American men, women, and adults over 50. Sequence Vitamins, because our needs are different. Available at sequencevitamin.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Experience the pinnacle of performance at Big Star Cadillac, formerly Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $449 a month, or the new 2022 XT6 Luxury Collection for $549 a month, all for 39 months lease with just $1 down. At Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Big Star Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Smarter when you shop at Big Star. Shop BigStarCadillac.com.
I'm Jonathan Cox with the Cox Radio Law Firm. For years, we have represented people who have been hurt or injured all over the country, but Houston is home. We fight for those who have been hurt or injured, however it may happen. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big truck accident, or even while at work, call our injury hotline at 1-800-HURT-NOW or log in to BigCityAccidents.com and let us fight for you.
BigCityAccidents.com. We fight for your right to get back your life.
Welcome back, everyone. Listen, I love Mike Green. Literally, he's like a big brother to me, and I am so, so grateful for him. So really quickly, I love helping dreamers, right? That's my thing. And remember, you have to always put some action steps towards your dream. So here's the thing. I love food, right? I absolutely love food. And now I do something every day related to food. I say that to say, whatever your passion is, truly follow it. Like, do the action steps, and you never know. You may be on a talk show tasting food every single day. As always, make sure that you chat with us on Facebook and on Instagram at American Star TV. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye-bye.